Hello! Please take a look at the website with our new name, Deaf Kids Connect. I want to open with a story about a hearing mother named Brittany. She had just left an audiology appointment for her son, Mac. As she drove away, he became fussy in the back seat. She wanted to calm him with a song. She opened her mouth, but before any melody could come out, she was suddenly silenced by the pain of knowing that her voice could not reach him. Brittany sat frozen. What could she do? In that moment, she was overcome by emotion. She was in the front seat and her son was in the back, which to her felt like a million miles away. It felt like they were completely separated, even though he was right behind her. The tears started to flow as she relived the recent appointment with the audiologist. During the appointment, the audiologist had sat down with her, explaining the results of Mac's hearing test. One phrase in particular had stuck out. The audiologist had said, "We tested a range of volumes and frequencies. At the highest decibel we were allowed to test, Mac's brain made no response." Brittany panicked when she heard this. His brain made no response? What was she going to do now? Without a way to hear her voice, how could her son be comforted in the back seat? That was the only thing she knew to do. It was if someone locked him in a soundproof box without a key. That's how she was feeling. At that moment, Brittany thought, deafness means I can't reach my son. Will you help Silent Blessings Deaf Ministries provide emotional and spiritual support along with biblical resources for parents just like Brittany and deaf sons just like Mac? When people like you give, Silent Blessings can expand biblical education programs, such as Dr. Wonder's workshop and more, to reach into the community and impact the church. Only with you, deaf and hard of hearing children, their families, and their churches can become equipped with these resources and build a lifelong relationship with Jesus. After Mac's diagnosis, Brittany remembers the things that made a difference in her and her son's world. It was things like awaiting the arrival of Dr. Wonder's Workshop Season 5 together as a family. When it premiered and they could finally watch the show live, the whole family, both deaf and hearing, were so excited to participate and watch it together, creating new family memories. Nothing could compare to that because Dr. Wonder's Workshop was created to intentionally provide equal access to all, and no one in the family was left out. Brittany said, "I was so delighted when Mac was presented a Silent Blessings biblically based program that was made just for him. Not only did Mac enjoy and learn from it, but our whole family, both deaf and hearing, did. What a beautiful experience for their family. Only with your help can we reach our goals. This year, we need to raise $333,330. This amount will allow us to continue serving families who are impacted by deafness and don't know what to do or where to start with their deaf children. We are able to support them with biblically based programs, and all of our resources are completely accessible in American Sign Language and English voiceover and English captions so that the whole family can get involved together. It is through these programs that deaf and hard of hearing families experience a safe place for inner healing and spiritual growth. With your help, we will build more bilingual biblical resources for deaf and hard of hearing children and create a place for the families to feel safe. We will also offer core curriculum training for church and ministry leaders. Our Christ-centered training focuses on 3 parts. Workshops for families that create a safe environment for healing and growth. Training for ministry and church leaders that aligns with the heart of God. And an introduction to deaf children's ministry. Deaf Kids Connect relies heavily on a concept of hands-on, holistic discipleship and development of a network for families and ministry leaders. By coming together, we will see growth through an individual's inner transformation, embarking on their inner journey, developing deeper relationship with God, discovering their purpose in ministry, and strengthening their relationship with their child and others to better understand the grand scheme of the gospel. Through your support, you will transform the lives of 150 plus families, just like Brittany and Mac, who have been positively impacted by our work. When you give $25, $50, or $100 monthly, you give families a way to connect to one another and connect to Jesus. Thank you for your support. We cannot do this without you. With your help, we will bring families together and help them to know Jesus.